Alright, hello, welcome in, Stargazers. How are you all doing today? Hope you're having a good day today. Hello. Hello, MG. Hello, KLMX. Hello, Sim0. Hello, Janu. Hello, Arknight. Hello, Daho. Hello, Silence. Hello, True Zutaro. Welcome in. Hello, Bloodsuli. Hello, Nadatori. Hello, Thupatebra. How are you guys doing today? Hope you're all doing well today. Not reading. Time to read those, time to read those operator records. You're funny, Daho. You're funny. Not today is Tuesday? It is Tuesday, isn't it? Isn't today Tuesday? I think, hopefully. I believe today is Tuesday. I'm pretty sure today is Tuesday. Is it not? I'm losing my brain now. It is? Okay, I was gonna say, I'm like losing my head now. Wednesday for sure, perhaps even very early Thursday. No, it's Tuesday, right? Extremely early Friday, there you go. Oh, okay. I don't know what day it is, I don't know what time it is. I did not sleep the best. Monday streamed so long we were losing our grip of time. Monday was fine. I messed up afterwards. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm sorry if it went a little bit long for people. Wednesday over there? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Alright. Let's think here. Let's jump in. We have a lot of operator records to go through today, so we'll see how it goes. I just realized I was supposed to set up the themes. I didn't have time to do that. I was trying to do the thumbnails. It's okay. We'll figure it out. Alright. We will jump in here. There we go. I'm trying to get my head on straight here. Alright. We'll jump in here. We'll pause this. And we'll do this. There we go. Oh! Very fun theme. Alright.
Such a counter-conventional sleeping posture.
I'm minimalist.
Such a complex yet stable load.
Alright. And again, thank you, Janu. Thank you, Janu, as always, for helping us out here. I appreciate it greatly. Alright. Our first operator record today is going to be, Flint. And we will see how that goes. Alright. I wish there was an easier way to get to the operator records without having to go through squads first like this. Alright. Warriors do. If your fists still aren't big enough, you need to grab hold of some other way to solve problems. Do it! Whack him! Yeah! Swipe him from the right! That's right, just like that. Hell yeah! Beat up this outsider moron! Good one! Show this outsider the true strength of the Tiakau warriors! Whoa, that's ruthless. Are they sworn enemies or something? Huh? Enemies? Who cares? We'll find out once they're done! Exactly. It's just a fight. What's the big deal? Yeah, speaking of, I've never seen you around. You new here? Right. I'm a merchant doing some trading here and there. Just got here today. I heard there are quite a few tribes here, and figured I could make some money. Oh, a merchant! That means you're, you sell stuff, right? Good! We welcome people who sell stuff here! But slow down a little. Whatever you've got, it can wait till after the show. But this... Hey, look! Got him! Beautiful! Tia warriors always win! This is how you guys treat all your guests? Don't make me laugh. You're the one who started it, and you want to be treated like a guest? I already told you, I really didn't see you. The transport's door is a bit too tall. I thought you'd gotten on already. I'll swap the door out for a transparent one later. Cut the crap, let's go. I'm my tribe's strongest warrior, and we'll find out right now which of us is stronger. Do it, Shorty! Show me the vigor you had when you wiped the floor with us! That's right, Shorty. Jump up and use that super quick punch of yours to beat him up! Maybe you want to take care of them first? That's none of your business. You're unarmed, but I have a weapon. So what? You can't win. I'll say this now. I'm not letting go of my weapon. Have it your way. But you don't get to decide who's going to win. You'll have to take it up with my fists. What a savage. It's been so long since you left this place, but you haven't learned a thing other than the common tongue. But I can see that, a place like this. Suits a headstrong prick like you just fine. Hey, sounds like he's complimenting us. That's right, only here in Aquala can a warrior be born this tiny, but with such big fists. Huh? He's complimenting us? Then, are we still doing this? I don't think that's a compliment. You barbarians. Say all you want. The Tia warrior's tone has a hint of stiffness. Her eyes sweep the crowd in front of her. She pauses momentarily as her gaze lands on a certain person. I'll remember this. I'm going to come settle the score with you later. If you outsiders are going to look down on us Tia warriors, then maybe you should get out of Aquala. Yeah, that's the idea. If it wasn't for you barbarians not having even the tools to fix up a car, we wouldn't be wasting our time here. We wouldn't be wasting our time here. Well, who knew your metal junk would break down during the trip? Hey, you over there. Huh? Stop looking around. I'm talking to you. Huh? Me? Right, you. You said you're a traitor, right? Yes. Yes, I am. You got anything that can patch up wounds? Give me some of that. The kind that works extra fast. Is there something you want? I'll trade you for it. You need to pay for it. What a pain. The last trader we had was okay with trading for things. How come we can't do that? Maybe because you threatened the last guy with your fists. Stay out of this! Are you sure we can't trade? I have lots of good stuff. If you're okay with it, I can bring you to my place and trade you something there. That's the hottest place in all of Aquala. If you indeed have something good to offer, then of course we can barter. Yeah. That actually worked? Well, this is business. Naturally, we need to be flexible. So, do we leave now to this, Aquala? Right, Aquala. The hottest place in Aquala. I need to take a good look at this place. Perhaps I'll be able to make a few deals there. I'm sure you will. Follow me. What now? Are they seriously gonna stop just like that? Where are they going? No one goes that way normally. Why are they doing that? What are they doing that way? Hunting? Who knows? Ugh, there's no fight. Let's get going. Let's see if that redhead outsider finished putting together that Forest MK7 yet. Let's go. Anam's not around for the next couple of days. I want to take that giant thing we got apart to see what's inside. Are we there yet? Almost. Stay close. There are lots of wild beasts around here. I can't guarantee your safety if you get lost. Huh? Didn't you say we were going to the hottest place in town? How come there are beasts? What's so weird about it? We're Tiakau warriors. Of course we live in places where there are beasts. It's only when you can head into the rainforest and beat the most ferocious beasts on your own that you've proven yourself as a warrior. Well, if that isn't amazing. You were fighting that feline man earlier without any weapons. Do all the warriors here fight like that? More or less. Some use spears since that's easier to fight beasts with, but I don't need them. All I need are my fists. With how amazing you are, I'd say you really don't need anything else. Right. I heard what the feline was saying too. Something about a broken down transport. So, you came back here with them from the outside? You caught even that? Well, I just happened to overhear it. Also, your common tongue is superb. Where'd you learn to speak it? Outside Sargon? If you heard it, you heard it. What are you so tense for? A while back, a bunch of outsiders came here and told us they could take us outside to make some big bucks. Oh, I see. And you followed them. Hell no! Do I look like I'm that bored? I only went with them because they had a lot of tough fighters with them. But in the end, they kept assigning me to protect some worthless loser who always stayed inside some metal box. No way I'm doing that! Outsiders are so weird. They're all a bunch of wusses, but they keep calling the shots. That's why I didn't even ask for any money and came right back. Normally, those stupid lumps would have been long gone, but they're dawdling around because they keep saying their metal box is broken down. Who knows how to fix those metal boxes anyway? And there are all those weird metal thingies. I never even seen those things. I mean, it's not like you guys would have any repair equipment. What did you just say? I mean, repairing transports is no cakewalk. Have the Aquala warriors ever considered acquiring some tools for convenience? Such as? Such as, that feline's transport, or some kind of robot that could automatically help you with your tasks. Not interested. What would I do with those? I'm willing to bet those gaudy metal trinkets wouldn't last a single punch of mine. Well, that's weird. What's weird? To tell you the truth, I came to Aquala to try my luck at business, because I heard rumors about this place. But I guess there's probably not many opportunities for that. What do they say about us outside? Is it how prestigious the Tiakau warriors? That's got nothing to do with it. I heard the tribes here are large and prosperous, that they've mastered quite a lot of robotic technologies, and they've even started trading with the outside. From the looks of it, they were nothing more than rumors. But it's too soon to jump to conclusions. As a merchant, you have to be patient and attentive. I'd still like to have a look around. Maybe I'll run into a big tribe, like from the rumors. What's that supposed to mean? Are you saying I'm lying? Where's this coming from? You... Wait, don't move! Hide behind me. What? Hurry, stop dawdling! A big one's coming. Phew. Alright, we're safe. Come out. You actually managed to beat that huge pack of beasts all by yourself! That's nothing. Didn't I tell you? You'll only have proven yourself as a warrior if you can beat the most ferocious beasts on your own. This pack's huge, otherwise I would have had an easier time. Thanks. No need to thank me. I was the one who brought you into the rainforest. Didn't you say you weren't going to guarantee my safety? Fine. Let's get your wound taken care of. Give me a moment. Let me look for some medicine and bandages. Here, they're yours to keep. We'll call this your payment for protecting me earlier. Oh, you sure about that? I'm sure. Take them. This really isn't quite like what they said outside. In hindsight, I guess I shouldn't have trusted those rumors. Hold on. Why shouldn't you have trusted those rumors? What? Do you mean... Our tribe's big and prosperous. There's no doubt about that. We can have up to 40 or 50 people going out on a hunt at once. Watch out! Why are you losing your footing all of a sudden? It's nothing. I walked a bit too much and my legs are getting sore. Are we there yet? What's the rush? We're getting close. It's just up ahead. I guarantee it'll open your eyes. You're back. How was it? Worthless. What happened to your face? Don't get me started. I ran into a bunch of barbarians who've got nothing but muscles growing in their brains. They said I had to fight their warriors to go inside the village. Then they immediately welcomed me with a punch in the face. The village was small and run down. They hardly have any people there. And they hadn't even seen transport repair tools before. What a waste of time. Did you find anything on your end? Nothing. I took a stroll in the other direction and found a red-headed Volpo fixing his transport. He said he was going to take me on a ride once it was fixed. I followed him around a little, and there were only some rundown houses. Though it kind of felt like he didn't want me poking around too much. Something didn't feel right about that. If you ask me, I think there's nothing to the rumors. You sure? You remember what the Padishah ordered us to do, right? Of course, but the results couldn't be more clear. At the very least, we found no developing power here, and there's nothing we can gain from this place either. The messenger stationed here wasn't lying. But according to the gossip, I just think something doesn't add up about all this. You said it yourself. It's just gossip. The messenger here. Our intel calls her Anam. She liked to trade and barter to begin with, so I'm not surprised the rumors got blown out of proportion. Besides, if the Lords Emir take control of the territory here, and it doesn't meet their expectations, having painted a rosy picture is only going to get us in trouble. Fair enough. You're right. They're a bunch of barbarians who do nothing but compare who's got the bigger fists. How could they possibly have fooled the two of us? Let's go back to the city and let the Padishah know. All taken care of? Yeah. How are things on your end? We hit all the machines and metal choppers in a cave nearby. Nobody saw us. And we reminded everyone in the tribe not to talk about machinery in front of any outsiders. Good work. Now we just need to wait till Anam's back. She left a letter and disappeared without a trace. Right, that wound on your face. I'm fine. Sorry, you can punch me back at the training grounds next time. Really, don't worry about it. Kiev probably would have been better at putting up that show, though. We didn't have a choice since there were more than one of them. I asked Kiev to take care of the other person. Actually, we could have gotten through this without that fight, but I couldn't help myself. I'll bash your face in at the training grounds next time. Just kidding. But now those guys definitely consider us a bunch of barbarians who only think about fighting. I took that guy to an old abandoned settlement that's only used as a rest stop by warriors traveling outside the tribe, and he suspected nothing. You can't say that for sure. It's fine as long as he can't be sure of anything either. As long as they don't get to the bottom of it, they won't report anything to their higher-ups. That's what the doctor said. True. They're just lackeys. They're bound to avoid the riskier option. That's right. Besides, with me on the job, nothing can possibly go wrong. Man, that was exhausting. You know how much work it is to take apart a transport and then put it back together? Sorry, but that's the only excuse I could come up with. If you need me to pay for it... No need, it's a piece of cake. We used to do all this stuff all the time back when we were running cons, when we ran our own business. Don't believe me? Ask Broca. Wait. Broca, your face! That's hilarious! Shut up. Okay, back on topic. Now that they're gone, we should be able to keep the status quo for a while longer. Inam, Zumama, and Gabriel are all away. We'll have to settle for this. Those guys won't give up that easily. I guess that's true. If this was going to be that simple, Inam wouldn't have asked me to hold the fort. Yeah, I'll have my tribesmen keep an eye out around the rainforest. If any of them come back, we'll deal with it somehow. Whoa! What? Man, I didn't expect the boss, that Inam, to trust you so much. I only ever see you follow Blaze around. You don't even talk to the other operators from here all that much. I really didn't think you'd come all the way back like they did the moment you got that letter. It's true, I don't keep in contact with my tribe much. Thankfully, I was in Colombia not too long ago. Inam gave me a call and asked me to bring a bunch of discarded metal choppers. I'm not really too sure why she trusted me with this. You brought all those here? You have an eye for them. They can be put to good use once they're fixed up. Why wouldn't she trust you? She saw how much you've grown. It's a good thing. I followed you guys here thinking I could help come up with ideas when push came to shove. But looks like you didn't need me at all. You're always fighting Broca, so I thought you were the kind of girl who rushes right up to your opponents to beat them up. I did kind of do that, too. Huh? Never mind. Aquala's changed a lot, and the tribe has all these funny-looking... machines. I really have no idea how they learned to put them together. I thought Zumama's stuff was weird enough, but at least those things were shaped normal. The ones they made are pretty interesting, if you ask me. As long as it's practical. That's true. At the very least, life's gotten much better with these machines. Really? You guys came up with a machine that planted crops and hunted on its own. Your Tiakow warrior fists wouldn't mean anything for much longer. You seriously don't care even a little? Hey, Kiev! I'm just curious. I lost the right to determine my tribe's direction the moment I left my tribesmen behind. If the Tiakows choose this, then there's no problem. I don't understand what these machines are all about, but I trust the people here. Yeah, fair enough. Besides, I've thought about things while I was on Rhodes Island. If everything could be solved by beating up your enemies, I wouldn't have so much to worry about. There was this time when, I accompanied the doctor as a bodyguard to a business meeting with a company, And they really tried to boss us around right from the start. It happens. I couldn't help myself, so I beat them all up. It happens. Yeah, that can be a pain in the ass to deal with. How come the doctor didn't stop you? Of course they did, so I beat them up while the doctor was asleep. Hey, hold on, I think I heard about this. So you were the one who wanted to give the doctor more rest and stood guard outside the door and ended up beating up all the guys who came looking for trouble? Don't remind me. The deal almost fell through because of that, but we managed to save it at the expense of the doctor's sanity. Anyway, I gave everyone lots of trouble that time. Good thing the doctor was there. They didn't give you a hard time, right? Not at all. Actually, after we got back to Rhodes Island, they told me that fists really do mean everything. Huh? But our fists have to be big enough for that to work. And we don't always have what it takes yet. So we have to come up with the other ways to solve our problems. Fair point. Makes sense. Hold on. Did you hear something just now? Phew, finally. Stop musing. We need to get to work. How come there are all these machines here? Is that... Hey, Kamar, good to see you. Judging by the look on your face, I'm guessing nothing bad happened. Everything turned out okay in the end, I guess. Good. Then I suppose you chased them all away? I knew you were the right one for the job. I have plenty of other things I need your help with, but for now... I need all of you to help us clear some space for a village. Aquala is going to see a large crowd of visitors from the underground soon. There you go. Very interesting. So wait, was Flint there during the whole thing with Mama John's? Was Flint there too? Flint's so cute. Yeah, it's there you go. It's the Asling design Vessa. Yes, she was. Gosh. Last minute change? Read Gavial next, then Minimalist, then Unectus, then Posey. Thank you, Janu. Hang on, let me just... Alright. Gavial, then Minimalist, then Unectus. Okay. Let me just make sure that I change this. Gavial, Minimalist, Unectus, Posey. Okay. Thank you, thank you. Totally forgot she was an Asling one. Wait, how could you... Can't you tell from the art style? I thought you were gonna have like an Asling squad at some point. Enjoying the Twitch side today? Sorry, YouTube chat. Hello, Screaming Idiot. Welcome in, welcome in. Also, Orange Kiwi Juice, hello, hello. And also, hello anyone I didn't get to greet earlier. So, hello, hang on. I don't think I was able to greet everybody, but hello, Babylon. Hello, Weston Fox. Welcome in, welcome in. It's good to see you. Temporarily for Gore. Okay, fair enough. Don't know many illustrator names other than Nami. That's fair. I know Asling because I know that this is like Vessa's favorite art style. And, I haven't memorized the other artists' names yet. Hello, Trion. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I think we know Nami, and I know, I'm blanking on her name, but the illustrator for Jackie. I only know a different name. Asling is very recognizable. That is true. Yes, yes. All right. Nagu, thank you, thank you. Yes, yes, Nagu. I'm still trying to learn everyone's names. All right. So next we have Gaviel. Okay, okay. And then, okay, wait, I should do it this way. Then I don't have to jump, I have to still jump through the screens in some form, but this way I avoid doing it twice. Dark Turtle Knight, hello. All right, I know Nagu, and I should know Astasia's illustrator, but I only remember that it's short and starts with a Y. I should know it though. It's like Uni or Yami or something. I can't remember it exactly. I remember it starts with a Y though. Yuji, thank you. Thank you. I don't have everyone's names memorized, but I should at least try to remember Yuji. Peak artist. Yeah, she does amazing work, honestly. All right. So next, Gaviel. All right. I love doing Gaviel's voice. She's fun. All right. This time we actually have it in the right order, the right time. Right time here. In the name of alcohol! What? Getting people to say bye to the bottle's tricky, even just for the time being, when they're drunk out of their gourds. I'll leave Aquala and the Durins from Zererza to you guys. Nam, you sure you have to go? Don't go! Don't be silly. I have to go. Nam, I'll miss you. What's with you two? You're making it sound like I'm never coming back. But you said you'll be gone for a long time. This Lord Emir candidacy is even more of a mess than that whole ruckus with the big ugly thing Zumama caused. Of course I can't promise to be back tomorrow. More and more, I'm thinking I made the right choice to become the Lord Emir myself. Anyway, Gaviel, I'm counting on you to lead the Aquala and the Zererza Durins while I'm gone. What do you need me to do exactly? Nothing. You mean keep the status quo? That's right. This is how Aquala's always been. As for the Durins, they've been in a hurry to build their settlement, to the point they even voted to prohibit alcohol to improve efficiency. Prohibit alcohol? The Durins? Right. I was surprised too. But that's what they decided on. Looks like they have a sense of urgency too. And going by their speed, they'll probably be finished by the time I get back. Your job is to make sure everything stays the same, as if I never left. That's very important to everyone here. I get it. The Durin settlement comes first, right? That's right. You can count on me! By the way, I hid the Durin's brewing equipment in... Do not let them find it. Understand? Whoa, that's some hiding spot. Huh? Where did she hide it? I want to know. You've seen how crazy the Durins get whenever alcohol's involved. If I told you, it wouldn't take them long to squeeze that information out of you. But in that case, wouldn't it be better to keep me out of this too? I'm leaving to rub shoulders with those guys from the court of Sargon, after all. I have to be prepared for anything. If it turns out it'll be a while till I get back, the Durans will have to forgo their taste of home for just as long. And I wouldn't want to be the one to blame. Alright, now let me go over the other things you need to keep an eye out for. Is this really okay, Gavial? Huh? We're just helping the Durans look for some suitable timber. What's not okay about it? But Nam told us not to do anything. Oh, I was wondering what you were going to say. What she meant was, we aren't supposed to change the rules she set. Not that we shouldn't do anything. Besides, did you see how the Durans were at it under the blazing sun? I'd feel bad not helping them out somehow. Gavial, is that you? Are you Zeretsa Duran? That's right. You lost like Stitch was before? How about I walk you back? No need. I'm here because I have something to talk to you about. Whatever it is, let's talk after we get back. This rainforest isn't all that safe. No. There's nowhere safer than here. You see, I'm from the Mead fan club. So it's about the prohibition, huh? It's a good thing you're such a reasonable woman. Hold on, no dice. No room for negotiation at all? You guys are the ones who voted to forbid all alcohol. You got a problem with that? Talk to your own people. But Anam kept all our equipment. She never told me where she stored it. Really? Only she knows? How could she do that? What if she forgets where she hid it? We'll never again get to taste Eretsa's fine meat again! How irresponsible of her. She's not irresponsible at all! She told Gavial where she kept the mead brewing equipment. Oh my lord. Ah! I knew it! There's no way Anam wouldn't leave a backup plan. Ow! Not like I'll ever tell you guys. Alright, fine. Looks like we won't get our mead today. But we'll never give up. Just as the city is laid brick by brick, I'll taste the whereabouts of our brewing equipment bit by bit. Good afternoon, Gavial. Hey, what's up? We have a bit of an urgent matter on our hands, so I have no choice but to visit you here. We're lacking some necessities, and my fellows are all fairly low in spirits. They're tormented, unable to sleep, and in pain. Poor fellas. I want to soothe their pain, which is why I've come to request your help, our most respected Gavial. You should help them, Gavial. First off, don't you stick some weird adjective in front of my name. Secondly, the necessities you guys are out of have gotta be mead, right? What a load of rubbish. Oh? How could you possibly compare that kid's drink to our noble number 7 whiskey? Well, whatever it is, you guys ain't getting a sip, so why does it matter? Oh, cruel Gavial. How could you be so merciless? Before you accuse me of being merciless, can't you do something about the way you talk? It's weird. Huh? Is it weird? And here I thought it would be easier to talk to surface dwellers if I imitated Avdotia's characters. Yeah, no, it doesn't work that way. Talk normal. I'll die if I don't get any whiskey. Bear with it! Gavial, would you please tell us where Anam hid the brewing tools? Gavial, where did she hide her distilling equipment? Gavial, our brewing equipment! Hey, Gavial. Sumama, good to see you. Finally, someone will talk about something other than alcohol. Ugh. I have a bad feeling about this. It's about the Durin's brewing and distilling equipment. Why are you of all people asking about that? They promised me that the moment they get their equipment back, they'll send their mechanics to help me test my robots with their technology. Give it up! Ugh. That said, I really didn't expect you on their side. Who else have they talked to? Let's see. They tried to me, but they got blasted out. They've also talked to their great chief Edge Earthheart and the others from Zererza. They said it themselves. Aside from Avdotia, everyone's been either somewhat lax about it or at least ambiguous. Ambiguous? Supposedly, they've even managed to persuade Chief Edge despite how strict he was with the ban at first. And we've both seen in Zererza how the alcohol there flew right off the shelves. This can't continue. We can't waste any more time with these fellas. They're the ones who banned all the booze, so of course they can unban it too. But if it comes to that, they'll never finish their settlement. I don't want Aquala to have nothing but a bunch of incomplete buildings waiting for Anam when she gets back. Wow. You wouldn't want to see that either, right? It doesn't really matter to me, but I'll follow your lead. Bring Tomimi here. Time for a war council. Huh? What do we do, Gabriel? Calm down, Tomimi. I'll go talk to Master Edge and ask him not to change his mind. Stop! Come back! I just talked to Gabriel. It's not like Edge doesn't drink himself. It probably wouldn't be a good idea to talk to him now. Avdotia might just be the only one who will follow through with a ban, but since this involves the Durin's immediate benefit, she might be powerless herself. Actually, I have an idea. Really? I knew you'd know what to do. Don't get ahead of yourself. I can't do this on my own. I need your help. Tomimi, send the word out to all the tribes and ask them to keep an eye on the Durins. Huh? What are they gonna do? That depends on Zumama and her mission. How many days has it been since we last had a sip? Yeah, I haven't been keeping count, you whiskey idiot. Couldn't be bothered to. All I remember is that all the men you guys sent to persuade her came back empty-handed. You guys are even more pathetic than Originium slugs. What did you just say, you mean wimp? Let me warn you, you can insult us, but you can't insult old Carl Mead. The way I see it, you guys got brain damage from all that stinking foot odor you guys got with your whiskey. You know. What? I've always advocated for both sides to peacefully coexist. Get to the point, you berry tomato wine freak! Actually, my guys have almost persuaded Master Edge. We just need to wait a couple more days. Just a few more days. Hey there, my conspirators! Nice to see you guys! Gabriel! I'm here to talk conditions. What conditions? I know you guys want your booze-making tools, and you can't wait to get your hands on them, right? True enough. I'll give you guys a way out, then. If you guys manage to beat me, I'll give you your tools back. Really? Get her, boys! Just like that? I guess we'll need to make some preparations first. Good call. I'll say this again. If one of you manages to defeat me, I'll give that person the tools back. Hey, you there! That's right, you. An ambush isn't gonna work on me. Anyone who tries might just end up having to give up drinking for the rest of their life. Besides, ambushes are kinda underhanded. Wouldn't you agree? We aren't going to bow down to you! Good. You got some backbone. I'd expect no less from the newest residents of Akawala. Now, hurry up with your preparations. I'm ready when you are. Zumama, how are things going on your end? Very well. At first, they thought they could take you on just by working a little harder and putting some gear together. Clearly, they underestimated you. But the technology behind them is nothing to scoff at. Once deployed, we'll be in for quite a show. That's not a bad thing, but what I'm worried about is them putting together a self-driving big ugly thing. Well, I think that's exactly what they have in mind. Alright, fine. We were going to take this chance to see if the Durans would put together some kind of machine they could use in construction anyway. And I mean, they haven't really been putting up much of a fight the last few days. Getting to fight something like the big ugly thing again isn't so bad. Bad news, Gaviel. Huh? What's the matter? Did the Durans start fighting amongst themselves over their booze? Yeah. Mead Fan Club almost had an all-out brawl with the number 7 whiskey fans. No, that's not what I'm here about. They put together a robot just as awesome as the big ugly thing, and they're testing out its weapons right now. Oh. That's exactly what Zumama's mission was. Don't you remember? Oh, I guess I worried too much. Alright, I'll keep watching them test their weapons then. It's like kaboom! It looks really amazing. Alright, let me know if something seems off. Hold up. Where are they doing this testing? At a cave not far north of the Eunectus tribe. There's nothing but trees there. A cave north of the Eunectus tribe. Damn it! Huh? Tomimi, hurry up and stop them! Zumama and I will be there soon. They're just testing weapons. Why are you so worried about it all of a sudden? That's the cave where Anam hid all their alcohol-making equipment! Gabriel! Hey, fellas! Mind testing your weapons somewhere else? Why should we? Well, you're the one who told us you'll give us back our tools if we defeat you. That I did say. Then why are you trying to stop us? Well, that's not what I'm here for. I just want you guys to go someplace else to test your giant ultimate ugly thing MK3. Right. I just wanted you guys to test out the giant ultimate ugly thing MK3 somewhere else. That's all. This is the most suitable place we found. Besides, we've already paid such a heavy price just to defeat you. What price? We've toiled through 3 whole days and nights, but that's not even important. What's important is we're reduced to working with these meat wimps. That's right, we're even working with these whiskey idiots. Oh, so that's the most important part, huh? Anyway, we've already sacrificed so much. There's no way we're going to give up just because of what you said. All I'm asking is for you to find someplace else. No means no. Why's that? You can't blame them, Gaviel. Avdotia asked them to find somewhere they wouldn't bother anyone. She even threatened to not write ads for their drinks anymore if they disturbed anyone. That's how they ended up here. And I saw lots of equipment and machinery already mounted in place. They can't take them away anymore. What a headache. How about I ask them not to hit the cave when they test fire their weapons? That's basically giving it away that there's something there! Now please leave. Stop bothering us here. Or are you trying to interfere because you think you're no match for the giant ultimate ugly thing MK3? Now that I can't pretend I didn't hear. Anyway, just leave already. I'll say this again. I'm asking you guys to move somewhere else for your own benefit. We aren't going anywhere. What a pain. How about this? We'll fight here and now. How's that? What are you thinking? Instead of letting them stay and blow up the cave, I might as well take the situation into my own hands. Don't worry. But we haven't properly tuned our weapons yet. If I lose, I'll give you all your tools back. If I win, you guys still get to fight me again later. You've got nothing to lose. I suppose? Gabriel quickly runs to the south of the enormous machine. Hey, why did you come over here? That's a cave and a cliff over there. I gotta give myself some room, right? Alright, makes sense. How about we get started then? We aren't gonna hold back! Well, that thing sure packs some firepower. I can barely get any closer. That's not all! Durin Tree Trunk Saw, activate! Hell yeah! But not enough! What? She stopped the maximum turbo engine all by herself? Parry! Parry immediately! They dodged it? That's quite an agile design. You ever thought about using that to build your settlement? Let's hear you say that after this! Take this! Oh! She blocked an artillery shell with her axe? Zumama forged this for me. A couple of artillery shells? Piece of cake. Now it's my turn. Crap! Fall back! Fall back right now! Not happening! Here comes the saw! Why are we falling back? We should be parrying to the side! No, we should push forward! That's the only way we can dodge her saw's attacks! Stop! Stop trying to take the controller! Huh? What a strange movement pattern. Why did it get behind me? Settle down, you two. We almost lost right there. You have nowhere to run, Gaviel. Take my ultimate attack. Durin out of control guided missile omnidirectional bombardment. Crap, the cave. Why an omnidirectional bombardment now of all times? Gaviel takes a deep breath, relaxes her tail, and drops her saw on the ground. She grips the large axe with both hands. Ah! What? How high did she jump? Gaviel leaps into the air and hops onto gigantic machine's legs, then its chest. With the robot's surface as a stepping stone, Gaviel once again springs up and curls her tail around its raised robotic arm, swinging towards the cave's entrance on the other side. Gaviel looks at the artillery shells all over the ground and raises the giant axe in her hand. Good thing that was omnidirectional, and none of them headed this way. And I also gotta thank you guys for not putting any explosives in the missiles. At least you knew how to hold back there. Ugh. Huh? I have no idea why you care about that cave so much. But now that you've had a taste of our missiles, there's no way you can stand anymore. The missiles are filled with Archosaurian booze. Even those with the highest tolerance among us can't stay on our feet after getting blasted by one of these. Ugh. So, does it look like I'm lying on the ground right now? No way. How come the missile didn't work on you? I mean, how much booze did you put in the missiles anyway? It's not like I drank any. Breathing in that little bit just makes you tipsy at most. Why would anyone fall down and not be able to get up? But none of us could. That just goes to show what a bunch of lightweights you guys are. Set that aside for now. Why are you so worried about the cave, Gaviel? Are you hiding something in there that's stopping us from getting our tools back? Whatever. Now that it's come to this, I'll tell you. Anam hid all your tools inside. What? If you don't believe me, go check it out yourself. Of course, until you defeat me, I'm not going to let you take them. So, that's why you leapt up there? To keep our tools from getting hit by the missiles? So that's why you ran behind the giant ultimate ugly thing MK3? Because you were scared of the cave getting caught in the battle? That's why you tried to chase us away? Because you were afraid our tools would be caught in the weapons test? Didn't I tell you? I asked you guys to go somewhere else for your own benefit. Gaviel, your tail looks like it's bleeding. It's no big deal. I used my tail to pull myself up the machine. Maybe something sharp gave me a cut or something. Your face is hurt, too. It's been a while since I've had such a great fight. Would it be weird to not be hurt somewhere? Do you want to keep going? Up to you. If you guys are up to it, I'm all for it. Maybe in a few days. Yeah, that's probably for the better. I mean, your ultimate attacks didn't seem to work on me at all. Of course, I'll post guards here to keep a close eye on the cave. Don't you even think about getting your stuff back without defeating me. You guys are here. Oh, looks like you brought your giant, ultimate, ugly thing MK3, too. This is the MK4. Good. Looks like technology evolves fast. Should we get started, then? Hold on. Holding the remote control in his hand, the Durin looks at neither Gaviel nor the large robot. Instead, he looks to the sky and starts mumbling. If Gaviel does this, then I do this, and Gaviel will... Gaviel does that, I'll... The Durin freezes for a moment before drooping his head. Should we get started now? Alright, let's do this! Gaviel assumes her stance and waits for the giant machine's attack. At that very moment, the Durin presses down on the remote in his hand. A large explosion occurs, but Gaviel finds herself unscathed. She gapes at the robot, now nothing but a pile of scrap metal. What the hell is this about? We made lots of improvements after the last battle, but our careful tests show that the giant ultimate ugly thing series is no match for you even after all our upgrades. That's why I came up with one last trick. Have the giant ultimate ugly thing MK4 blow itself up. But you didn't have to self-destruct the minute we start, right? I did that because I was working out what you do. And I figured that we were never going to win, even if with the self-destruct. It's to show that we're accepting our defeat. I had no other choice. But I was waiting for Zumama to turn it into an industrial robot. Welcome back, Anam. Welcome back. You two look quite cheerful. You came back quick. I bet everything must have gone really well. Couldn't have been better. Thanks to the preparations we made beforehand, the court of Sargon was absolutely not interested in Akuhala. So, how are things here? Everything running as usual? Yep, super normal. Gaviel's keeping the Durin's alcohol ban going just fine. Sounds like you've done well, Gaviel. So, how did it feel like, having to deal with the Durins? Pretty good. They may look like a stubborn bunch that likes to fool around, but they actually aren't so bad. How did you stop the ones that kept clamoring for booze then? Mostly with my fists. You beat them up?
Gaviel didn't do that. They made a promise. Anyone who manages to defeat Gaviel gets their tools back. But none of them ever won.
Oh, so that's how it was. Isn't that kind of the same thing as beating them up? Why don't we head back first?
Nom, you're back!
Hello?
Come, take a look at this. This is a list of events in our competition.
A competition?
That's right, a competition! I still have a business meeting with my buddies at the Mead fan club, so I'll get going now. See you later!
The third giant ultimate ugly thing cup. Self-driving robots competition preliminaries. The victor's creation will fight against Gaviel, and defeating Gaviel will result in the return of all alcohol-making tools and equipment.
Nom, you don't look too well. Got a headache or something?
To tell the truth, yes. Never mind. I more or less expected something like this with Gaviel in charge. Let's head to the Durance settlement. If they're having so much fun, surely they must already be done with all the construction. Hey, isn't that Zerertza's weather forecast chief? Is he joining in on this? Like I said, Avdotia, I already made it to the semifinals. I just need one more round. One more round!
Inam, is that you? Finally, you are back. Please help me talk some sense into Chief Edge. Ask him to get everyone to stop all this self-driving robot nonsense.
Gaviel? Something the matter? Don't tell me you came up with these competitions to keep the Durance from drinking. More or less? Then what about the Durance settlement? Look. A gigantic machine pulls into the area. A few Durans, keeping a safe distance from the robot, pilot it remotely as it passes by the two of them. What's this abomination that looks like the bastard child of the big ugly thing and their self-drivers? If memory serves, they call it the Giant Ultimate Ugly Thing MK5. It's no match for me, but thanks to Zumama and Deculture Silvermint, it makes for a passable industrial robot. If only your trip took a couple more days, we could have finished the settlement before you got back. I must be dreaming. Gaviel, punch me. Ow! This is real?
Gaviel!
What's up?
The preliminaries winner's been decided, and the Durans are clamoring for you to fight their champion.
So, Nam, it's been a while since Aquala last had a duel. Wanna come watch? My pleasure. They're such a fun group, honestly. They're such a fun group. What a wacky bunch. I love them. They're so great. Also, hello, welcome in, Raiders, welcome in. I'm sorry I couldn't greet you earlier. Hopefully you saw the flashing notice. I hope you were doing well. Zari, thank you very much for sending your community over. Thank you. I hope you guys have had a good stream. You're probably already in bed, but thank you very much. I appreciate you guys a lot. Hello. Welcome in. Touching story, I cry, she cried, we all crowed. I can pass hello to Zara. Thank you, I appreciate it. And now I'm getting punched was not my bingo 2026. Yeah, absolutely no hesitation. Goodness. It's great though. They're great. They're just a lot of fun. Alright. Why do these folks love each other by punching each other out? Because it proves that they respect each other, that they respect each other's strengths, right? It does seem like the rainforest of Sargon is the most pleasant place to be in Terra. That is really saying something. With all the giant wild beasts that you would also have to fend off, that's really saying something. Alright. There we go. Our next one, this is where we swap things, right? So, Minimalist should be next, right? Gaviel's such a fun character. Alright. Go to our squads here. Alright, Minimalist, let's go. Alright. Minimalist, yes. So for anyone who's here from the raid, just to explain how things go, I normally don't read chat when I'm doing the reading so that it can be like uninterrupted and you guys can get like basically good second screen radio content, I suppose. I don't know how to describe it. But I hope that you are all doing well. When I'm in between stories is the best time where we can like chit chat for a minute and then I usually try to jump to the next one. But hi, also, I didn't even greet myself. Hi, you're probably wondering who I am, who your streamer brought you to. My name is Starlight Akari. I'm a prismatic kitsune. I am a 2025 Arknights doctor. I've not gotten past anything beyond Act 1. And I've been focusing on side stories lately, so I have been going through the side stories and the operator records and just sort of having streams where I can expand through as much content as I can. But hello, it is nice to meet you. I didn't even greet myself. Hi, Star. Oh, hello, Star. How are you? You know what I mean. Goodness. We figured that out, Arrow. I feel bad when I'm like, I want to try to like not interrupt things, but I also want to try to just like, I don't want to come off as those streamers who never talk to their chat, because that's quite the opposite of who I am. So that's why I have like this little welcome raid that I try to flash as much as I can to get people's attention, being like, hi, I will talk to you, I can't when I'm in the middle of a story. But hello. The Star have multiple personalities? What do you mean? I do not have multiple personalities. I have multiple voices. I do not have multiple personalities. There's a very big difference. All right. In the endless summer. After all, throwing professionals for a loop with the problems they have is just what newcomers do, right, Stitch? Deculture. After seeing this photo, I've decided to return to Aquala. Huh? But it was so difficult getting to Rhodes Island, and I want to explore some more. But you're the one who gave me this photo of the Aquala during settlement. It wasn't me, it was Master Edge. He wanted to share their novel architectural style with you, so he threw it in. He's calling it a novel architectural style? Those idiots actually want to imitate those crude Tiakow huts? Can you even call this a style? Just look at the Great Aqua Pit. It's so stifling, but at least it's solid, neat, and has a sense of rhythm immediately recognizable as Catch's work. Or Rhodes Island's dormitories. Their appearance viscerally disgusts me. But at least they've separated the areas by function. and you can tell they considered traffic flow when designing the space. But these houses? Those crooked pillars, dilapidated roofs, that grotesque fencing? I refuse to even call them buildings. They're just an unaesthetic, organically constructed safety hazard waiting to collapse.
Stitch, calm down.
How can I possibly calm down when my people are living in something so hideous? As a design representative, I'll come up with a design that will convince them to willingly demolish those inexplicably slipshod dwellings. I'll go submit a request to go back.
Wait, Stitch, just hold on a minute.
What now?
You can go back if you want, but it's going to be a real challenge to convince everyone to rebuild the settlement in a different style. The Archosauria-esque designs were agreed upon by popular vote, and the turnout rate was pretty high, too. Personally, it's a bit too simple for my taste, but in the end, it's the first time everyone's been on the surface, so it's not surprising such a different style would leave a deep impression on us Durans. Based on what I know of the public opinion, it'll be difficult for you to win everyone over before this new wave of enthusiasm passes.
If that blasted catch's great aqua pit could get such high approval, then surely my design stands a chance too. I'm used to their complaints. I quarreled with them often enough while we were repairing the dome. Anyway, I suppose I'll just have to try my best to convince everyone.
Even if you could, our energy supply has dwindled a lot since our Zerertza days. And the development of construction machinery has also taken a strange detour. It's a little tough to explain, but basically we won't have enough resources to carry it out.
Yes, my idiot countrymen are stubborn and don't even have the resources for production, so rebuilding the settlement will be quite the endeavor.
I'm glad you understand.
Regardless, I want to go back. I can't bear the thought that the artisans who made Zerertza could possibly come with such abominations. I'm going to submit an application so just you wait for me here.
When Master Edge handed me that photo with such a wicked smile on his face, he didn't tell me Stitch would blow his top like this. Deculture? I didn't know you were coming to Rhodes Island. Avdotia! Perfect timing! Go convince Stitch to stay! I don't think you need to worry about that. The road back to Aquala is long and Stitch isn't like his old self. I'm sure he'll calm down on his own. Besides, he hasn't returned to Aquala ever since he came aboard. Maybe he just misses everyone so much he jumped on the first excuse to go back. But you know how Stitch is. If you're so worried, how about I accompany you back to Aquala? Deculture, I brought some food for you two. Thanks. Where's Stitch? Inside, working on his designs. Avdotia, he isn't doing what you said he would. He's been glued to his drawings every step of the way, no intention on giving up what he's calling New Zerertza.
I can hear you, you know.
Stitch.
We should eat quickly so we can get back to our journey ASAP. I don't care what you two think, but I've had enough of this shabby place. I won't elaborate on how awful the design is, just that all the dust and dirt give me a headache worse than a hangover.
I'm alright with picking up the pace, but you've been in such a rush ever since we set off. With both the traveling and the drawing, as if you're being chased by something.
Don't worry about it, Avdotia. I'm more than fine. I really can't stay in this room any longer, so I'll get a move on first.
What about your food?
I'll eat it on the go.
If something's happened, you ought to tell us. Don't be like Gaviel when they first came to Zerertza.
I know! Minimalist seems extremely impatient, but his gaze is evasive.
Stitch.
What now?
Look at me.
Fine, I'll talk. Actually, I got this a few days before we set off.
Your medical report? How could this be? Your cell originium assimilation rate is so high!
No. Finish reading it first. Or at least Gabriel's notes at the bottom.
Due to the originium zone's interference, fluctuation in instrument readings, this report is hereby invalidated. There's nothing abnormal about Operator Minimalist's condition, and the patient is still relatively stable. Is this true?
We were both shocked when we first saw the results, but everything was fine when we reran the tests. She also said that if the numbers were really that bad, I wouldn't be standing here like this. But it was a wake-up call for me, while the report itself is wrong. Anyway, that's pretty much what happened.
Stitch, you can't just skim over it like that.
Come to think of it, they never even showed me any of the design drafts before building those inexplicable things on their own. Combined with the fact that they're short on resources already, we really need to pick up the pace. I'm heading out first.
Welcome back, Stitch!
Welcome! Gabriel stopped by so many times. Well, I'd almost given you up for dead, you rascal. So it was you who sent the photo? Pretty much. I happened to drink a little more than usual that day, so I had deculture pass that photo along. I knew you'd come back after seeing it. I must admit that these houses are more visually striking in person. Right? I flipped through Stranger Things and decided to do as the surface dwellers do, and name this style Jungle Wildism. Jungle Wildism. I have a knack for names, don't I? Let me just ask this first. Did Master or Catch ever come back? What did they have to say about your Jungle Wildism? They haven't. Catch has only sent a few letters. I guess there's only me around here to fix things. Minimalist takes a deep breath. Stitch? Old Man Edge. Oh, Brokey, if you could just help me move over there. I need to sit for a bit. My waist has been aching up recently. Stop right there. You could have just written a proper letter if you wanted me to return. No, we can talk about that later. First, we have to settle this jungle wildism issue. Just look at these shabby houses wobbling on stilts behind you. I can understand why you'd elevate the structures to deal with the humidity, but the stilts aren't even straight. They're bent. The foundations are all wrong. I can already hear them screaming whenever you climb up and down. And that barely boarded up window up there, I can't tell if you're trying to keep the sunlight out or invite the rain in. And these tattered rags, broken shelves, smashed stones, even the great aqua pit was nicer than this. And I'm talking post-explosion. This is just a pile of lousy logs. You itching for a beating? That's my house, boy! Huh? If the local homes are already as problematic as this, the Duran settlement is bound to be even worse. Situation is exactly as Minimalist expects. After all, this is the first time the Duran have built on the surface. Their frantic way of thinking matches well with their Tiakau guides, resulting in a cacophony of what they presume to be design, rousing Minimalist's ire. But after a brief tour of the settlement, Minimalist concedes that the Duran are indeed lacking the resources to demolish these whimsical structures and start over from scratch. He puts away the new Zerertza design drafts he came up with on the way, and instead goes door to door dispensing advice. He makes the most pragmatic proposals that, while easiest to ignore, are also the most important. Afterward, he oversees the renovation efforts by the unorganized Durin, spending entire days outside. As for the purely whimsical designs with no actual practical issues, Minimalist spares no mercy in his critique, but chooses to turn a blind eye. This behavior is simply unfathomable to his old acquaintances from Zererza. Time slips away among the wood, stone, and tools. The vacation is about to end. Our settlement has changed so much just by having you here, Stitch. I suppose they're worthy of the term buildings now, but they're still an eyesore. I wish I could see Catch's face when he comes back to all this. By the way, I seem to recall you wanting me to build something by a nearby lake. Yes, but you only have a few more days before you return to Rhodes Island. Wouldn't it be too much to handle that now? But what if after I leave, someone else just so happens to get inspired to build something crazy there instead? Then you can tear it down and replace it with whatever you want. No one would object. Can I really do that? Why not? No one lives there anyway. I mean, forget it. Call over the others and let's get to it. We're here. This is the lake. This place.
It reminds me a little of Zererza's great aqua pit. There's even a natural beach. I think this is where Aquala's Durin will develop our entertainment industry in the future, but unfortunately, we have nothing here for now. Everyone was busy building their homes first, then repairing them, and then all the recent renovations. But the main reason no one started work in this area is that the terrain causes the water level to fluctuate. The facilities would be unusable when it's too low, but they'd flood when it's too high.
I'm not forcing you to do this, Stitch. You're exhausted, so like I said, any future landscaping efforts can wait till next time. Forget next time, I'll do it now. Oh, if it isn't Stitch! Thanks a lot for helping me renovate my house the other day. It was nothing much. Are you guys building a sandcastle? Sure are. No, you're not. I'm building it while you just sit there. Can you really build one here? I hear the water level fluctuates enough to create waves. Then I guess we'll see if luck's on our side. If it is, the sandcastle will be able to stand tall for a good while. If not, the water might just rise the moment you come up with the perfect design. The lake, which had been calm this whole time, suddenly rises into a wave, battering this early iteration of the sandcastle until it loses its shape. Soon after, several more waves crash onto the beach. There is no trace of it left. Why'd you have to jinx it? And why couldn't you have been right about the good option? Isn't it a good thing, though? Back when we still had the Great Aqua Pit, we had all the time in the world to daydream about what kind of sandcastles we wanted to build, and even got into tinkering with an arts unit to teach a lesson to anyone with the nerve to disturb us. The arts unit worked so well that we ended up procrastinating on the sandcastles, because we had the luxury of time to think of even better designs. More time than we knew what to do with. I guess that does make sense. Sense? This guy's been over the moons for getting a week of free mead, so of course he's actually thinking logically for once. Mead? I'm ashamed to say that we made a bet this morning on whether the water would rise today, and if a sandcastle could be built. How dare you laugh? You're picking a fight? The two Durin duke it out on the soaked shore. See, Stitch? This is what the lake is like. I can't figure out what to possibly build here, and your vacation's almost over. Just relax and we can discuss this next time. But I've already come up with an idea. Really? What do you want to build here? New Zererza. Stitch, did you drink before coming here? Of course not. We can't solve our resource issue right away, but I can at least correct the aesthetic taste of our dumb friends here.
Oh, you meant a scale model of your new Zerertza.
You don't have much time left. What are you even going to build it out of? I can help you gather materials and craftsmen if you'd like. No need for that. I'll just build it with sand like they did earlier. Were you napping when those two idiots were fighting? This is a great place for a sandcastle, even with the water and waves. You keep saying I don't have much time left, Master Edge. So isn't something that wouldn't require a lot of effort just perfect? Even if you know it'll soon be washed away by the waves? Yes. Stitch, did you mature? Maybe some kind of life-changing experience? You almost seem like a different person now.
Let him do it, Master Edge.
Avdotia.
Nothing happened to him, but the way he thinks has indeed changed of late.
Really?
Really.
Stitch, I'll believe you this time, for Avdotia's sake, but be sure to keep your word.
Of course.
Oh, also, can you tell the others to stay away from the lake while I'm building? That'll depend on how they vote. I can't stop them if everyone wants to come and see. The Durans vote to not go near the lake for the time being. Nonetheless, the curious Durans can't help but wonder if Minimalist's sandcastle will be washed away by the fickle waves. The intensity of their interest is especially evident from Croaky's betting business. A few even tried to sneak over to the lake to check out the situation, only to be obstructed by similarly minded people in front of the blockade. Croaky takes the initiative to maintain order, keeping them out. Finally, Minimalist arrives at the blockade the day before he is to leave for Rhodes Island. 2 huge dark circles under his eyes, and tells the people crowding outside that the sandcastle is finished. People stop and gawk at the exquisite and concise construction of New Zerertza. The city forum and streets are reminiscent of the old underground Zerertza, while the roadside buildings sport a clearly personal style quite different to the old designs. Simple, smooth, and clean. The buildings are not a carbon copy of any particular style, and even include a fair number of Aquahualan design elements, making them fit for a real jungle. The bad-tempered architect standing before them has built an ideal city of sand by the lake. I can't believe the new Zerertza Minimalist kept talking about was actually this stunning.
I think we should promote this design style to the Archosaurus and Fedia.
So Stitch actually managed to build a model out of sand. But you can't stay lucky forever, and once the water comes in, there'll be nothing left. What a pity. Strong breeze causes a wave to rise from the lake, crashing onto the shore. Splash. Stitch's city of sand does not budge. Stitch, are you secretly an Originium arts expert? I've always been simply an architect. Another wave surges with even greater force, this time submerging a corner of the city. To everyone's surprise, the receding water revealed most of the buildings still intact, save for a tiny house in the corner. The keen-eyed Edge realizes with a glance that while the first floor of the house has been completely washed away, the second floor is still attached to the ground. Oh, I see what you're up to. The lake eventually turns fierce, and the waves, each higher and foamier than the last, battle New Zerertza incessantly. A sympathetic cry erupts from the crowd. Stitch's luck has finally run out, and so has the lake's favor. Edge glances at Stitch and sees the boy also biting his lip, but with a cocky expression. Be frank with me. How many times did you remake this? The lake has been pretty nice to me, but probably 3 or 4 times. By the time the lake is once again still, Minimalist Sandcastle is bereft of most of its sand, but still stands on the shore. Everyone can now clearly make out a dense steel framework inside it, its silver-white bars shining brightly under the sun. The crowd first marvels in amazement, then applauds, and finally bursts into a laughter devoid of any malice. In their eyes, the bad-tempered architect has finally grown a sense of humor and performed a grand magic trick for everyone to see. Minimalist says nothing. Slightly reserved, he looks away, rubbing his nose. Haha! This is the first time I've seen you so smug with yourself, you rascal! Honestly, I really want to start making that design a reality right away, Stitch. It seems like our resource shortage has become the most pressing issue, then. Then my work here? is done. But why a sandcastle? Like I said, this place is great for building sandcastles. It just so happens that they're in need of landscaping, so I merely seized the opportunity. What you see now is a sandcastle, but once the water comes and goes, there's still a steel framework to look at that won't easily be washed away. Isn't it perfect? Also, remember that medical report? The one that was wrong? It put me on alert. When I read it, I realized for the first time that my time is limited. While it's wrong today, who knows when it will become reality. Like the sand. So I had to return as soon as I could. Regardless of my position as an architect, Zeraartsa's design representative, or just someone with a slightly better sense of aesthetics than the rest of our people, I'm responsible for the kind of place we'll all live in. And this way, even if something happens to me, my scale model of New Zeraartsa will still be standing tall, waiting for everyone to begin building the real thing. Just for that? You wouldn't have insisted on building a sandcastle with a steel frame inside with a steel frame instead of simply using ordinary materials just to make that point. About that. A purely aesthetic issue, as I mentioned in a chat with the doctor on Rhodes Island the other day. Doctor? Yes, I'm waiting for closure. She's doing maintenance work on the landship's core structure, so I should head back for today? After I finally figured out how this place was likely designed. You want my thoughts? As a newcomer, I'm not familiar with Rhodes Island's core structure, so what could I even tell you? If you insist, I propose swapping in more corrosion-proof materials next time you do maintenance. Why? Because when all's said and done, it's not you or me that will be left behind. It's this landship's skeleton. That's what's going to endure. That's what will stand for us. That was so embarrassing. How on Terra did I even manage to say it with a straight face? Well, Avdotia, you can ask the doctor when we're back on Rhodes Island. I'm going to get some proper shut-eye first. Alright. There you go. I can never tell when it ends. Goodness. Blah. Alright. Blah. All right. Shall we jump to the next one? Hello, guys. I'm apocalyptically late. Hello, Airtane. Welcome in, welcome in. Seems like Rhode Island softened him up a bit, yeah. Remember that lake? Yeah, from the first event with Gaviel, right? I'm trying to remember which one. So we did Solis Adil City. What was the okay. I want to see if I can remember the names. What was the first one called? It was I'm trying to remember. There's Heart of Surging Flame. There was Ronnie and the Knight's Treasure. I know that was flipped order. Code of Brawl, Twilight of Wallamond. Wasn't it just called Gaviel the Great Chief? I think. I don't remember. The Great Chief returns. Okay, Great Chief returns. I was close. I was close. I was trying to see if I could still remember them. I got part of it. I got part of it at least. Hey, I think that's pretty good for trying to remember all of the story names. All right. We'll jump next to Eunectus. All right. All right. Let me just it's a lot of names to remember. There are, yeah. Charming Falcon, hello, welcome in. Dropping by for a moment, I hope you've been well. Hello, I hope you are doing well. Thank you very much for the super chat, Charming Falcon. I hope everything's going well. Goodness, it is nice to see you. Hello. You came in at the perfect time when I was like in between stories, so that's perfect. Pretty good, yeah? I've probably forgotten 40% of the event's names by now. That's fair. But hello, Falcon. I hope everything is going well. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sending the super chat. I appreciate it. Natatori says hello on the Twitch side. All right. Alright, let me just, actually, just because I didn't get a chance to hear you, Nexus, let me just listen to one line, just sort of, like, know which direction I'm trying to go, because I've been winging it, and I don't know what's right.
Anything you need help with, boss? Good.
Okay, and then, let's see.
I passed all the exams, so that means I can stay here, right? I want to learn how to build a talking robot like Lane said too.
All right,
Oh,
a little bit
codename?
more mature. Got it.
My name is Zumama.
I feel like that's
Can't I use
kind
that
of
as my codename?
all right. Noted. Got it. Starlight is tuning her voice acting skill. I want to at least try to like, not that I can do every single voice, but I'm trying to like, if the character is supposed to be high pitched, then I'll try to go high pitched. If the character is supposed to be low, I'll keep it low. Just very basic. I want it like. I was guessing based on her appearance, and I think that it matches her appearance enough. Alright. So that's pretty general, I think. Okay. Pretty, like, I'll just continue with what I've been doing, essentially. Alright. Hang on. Jungle fantasy. No one knows what kind of wild fantasy she draws on the paper. We're back. You're back, Zumama. I read your letter, but shouldn't Gaviel be dealing with the Padishah's discovery of the Durans? It's not that bad. Well, not anymore. I took a shipment of Duran ale to his court, and that kind of washed away the suspicion that the spies had planted in his mind. Now he's convinced it's just a bunch of drunkards who popped up in Aquala and can brew decent ale. Problem solved, then. You're back too, High Priest. Since when have I failed to come back after getting blown up? You got blown up again? Please, High Priest, don't interrupt. You hear that, Inam? Don't interrupt. Problem solved, everyone's happy. You went off the rails first. Never mind. Anyway, the ale went down so well with the Padishah that he ordered Aquala to start building things so it looks like people are actually living there, and stop being an embarrassment to the satrapi. Now the Durans are busy building up their new settlement and don't have any time, so I had to call you back for the design. You think you can do it? Zumama? Those pretty steel buttresses by the lake. Oh, the steel-framed sandcastle. It's a model of the new Zarautza that Stitch built. The Durans loved it, and they're now modeling their new settlement after it. Wow. Wow is right. Now, as their neighbor, we need you even more. What did the Tiakau say? Not much, other than bigger and taller. The one who wanted bigger got into a fight with the one who wanted taller. Who won? Neither. It was a draw. Anyway, the Tiakau settlement is counting on you in order to compete with the Durans. You learned a bunch of stuff at Rhodes Island, didn't you? There's a different look in your eyes. What about me? You're fine the way you are. You can help out when you're in the mood. When you're not in the mood, well, it's not like anyone's counting on you anyway. What? Did you hear what she said, girl? Girl? Zumama? Operator Eunectus? Nectus does not hear a word. She looks straight at New Zarautza by the lakeside. Perhaps she is admiring it. Perhaps she is still processing the shock. Or perhaps she is already thinking about competing with it. Well, if you put it that way, I'm not getting involved at all this time. You do whatever you want, and don't come begging for help if you screw up. A few days later. You're still here, High Priest? Are you not helping Zumama design the new settlement? I said she can do it on her own this time, and it's none of my business. Your memory is lousy. You've got a long memory for grudges. I'm a man of my word. But it's been a few days. Where's Zumama? You could always check for yourself if you're worried. No, nah, not gonna happen. Your High Priest has got to lead by example. Do you know what kind of settlement Zumama wants to build? What kind? Inam, how big of a project can Aquala support with the resources we've got? Well, I'm not sure how to answer that. What did you have in mind? Bigger. And taller. And let me think about it. So, you didn't get an answer either. It needs to be bigger and taller. Zumama said so. I've already started gathering materials. Will you help? I said it's none of my business. A few days later. Good morning.
Good morning, High Priest. Are you here for a bath?
No, just wanted to ask if the girl came to you lately.
Zumama? Yeah, she came.
How was she? Did she come begging for help with despair in her eyes because Anam said what she designed wasn't realistic?
Not exactly.
Then what did she come for?
Croaky, I wanted to ask, why haven't the Durans built a nomadic city with all your advanced technology?
A what city? You mean those massive things with wheels that run around, transforming into fighting robots when they bump into enemies?
Yeah, those.
Let me think. Why indeed? Maybe it's because there are no enemies? Or the underground railroads are too narrow? Those are both true, but I don't think they're the key reason. Thinking. Maybe it wouldn't be profitable? No, people would gladly pay for something as cool as a city that turns into a fighting robot. It must be because everyone is inside the city, so they don't get to see the city transform from the outside. Yes, that must be it! What do you mean, yes, that must be it? Isn't it because there's no catastrophes underground?
No what?
Oh, right, now I remember. People who come back from the surface say that's a thing. You Durans are just as unreliable as the Tia cow. Wait, she's building a nomadic city? Without me? Didn't you say you weren't helping? That's what Anam said. That's none of your business! But there's so much to do in order to build a nomadic city! It's not going to build itself while she shuts herself in a room, is it? Yota, you think we're spending too much time using fully automatic high-power saws? Should we spend some time working out? Weren't you telling me to rest more a little while back? Hey, what's that below the high-pressure saw? It just showed up. High-power saw. No, it's the High Priest. Now you're getting even worse. How'd you get those mixed up? It's high power. No R after the P. I mean... He means me. Oh, hey, High Priest. Haven't seen you in a while. Yes, it's been a while. I heard the girl summoned you yesterday. Yeah. No! No? We didn't see Zumama. Then who are you cutting down trees for? Drop the act. More than one witness saw you meeting with Zumama. What did she say to you? No Man's City. First, we need wood. Well, if you need trees cut down, you've come to the right guys. What kind of wood you need? The thicker, the better. Needs to bear a lot of weight. And don't tell anyone, especially not the Durans. Why? They might not be happy about it. Better that I tell them myself. I knew it. She's building a nomadic city. But why does she want wood that can bear a lot of weight? Is she trying to build a nomadic city out of wood? That's crazy. And what does it have to do with the Durans? They're not trying to build a nomadic city. Wait, didn't Anam say she wanted the design to compete with the Durans? A nomadic city is more impressive than buildings fixed to the ground, of course, but what the Tia Cow built won't look anywhere near as spectacular as Stitch's design. She's not trying to recreate that model by the lake on a mobile platform, is she? That's crazy. Not even she would do that. But if she did... I got to stop her! She doesn't know what she's getting herself into! I must be hallucinating after spending too much time with the blueprints. What are you calling a hallucination, kid? I thought you went back to Aquala. You'll lose all your hair if you keep minding things that aren't your business. A nomadic city? In the jungle? Let me see her plans. Here. Don't blame me for borrowing your old homework, girl. This is for the good of everyone. Pretty standard stuff. When did she learn all this? Huh? Do you know what these thick pipes are? And are these fists that I see on the diagram? Gun barrels and robotic arms. There are also missile pods here. What about residential? Where are the people going to live? Underneath the guns. Storage room, cockpit, mostly under the guns because there are plenty of those. That wasn't really intended as a question. I figured as much. I'm almost touched that she gave serious thought to commercial infrastructure and transportation. Never mind that. I came to ask you for permission, Stitch, because this is serious. Won't you let the girl copy your design? You mean build the exact settlement that I designed, except on a mobile platform? I know it might be hard to accept, but... Sure. Huh? My design incorporates a lot of Aqualan elements, and the Durans and Tiakau living together was one of the things I considered. If Eunectus is okay with it, it's fine by me. I'm curious to see how she puts my design onto a mobile platform. You'll probably faint when you see it. But I have to ask, if Eunectus wants to build a nomadic city, why is the design basically a mobile fortress? Let's go shopping, Zumama. I'm going back. It's your first time setting foot on a nomadic city. Aren't you happy about it? I was happy. I thought it would bring me one step closer to my dream. But I was wrong. The picture etched into my memory. What I really want is a massive construct of steel moving slowly before my eyes. Steel walls the height of a waterfall, gleaming metal brighter than the sun, treading trees that have stood for thousands of years into dust. Absolute strength, absolute power. Nothing so mundane. I see. It's not beauty she's looking for, it's power. Exactly. But that's not what she's like at Rhodes Island. She spends all day chatting with the robots at Rhodes Island. They're like sisters. It's pretty cute. I don't think it's arbitrary. Time for your checkup, Stitch. Are you coming out yourself, or do I have to come in and get you? Gavial? I'm coming out. Don't come in. A few days later. Anyway, the girl wants to replicate a Duran settlement and move it onto a mobile platform. Well, the Duran problem was coming to a head sooner or later. Fast-tracking it isn't such a bad thing, just that it's maybe a little too conspicuous. Maybe give it a bit of polish. Make the Padishah dependent on us, rather than fearful of us. I have to say, Anam, as far as being a Lord Emir is concerned, you're better than Gavial. I'll take that as a compliment. How did you know all this? Couldn't resist talking to her? Of course not. All the results of a painstaking investigation. Anyway, now that we know what Zumama wants to do, we should help her deal with the aftermath. You can go if there's nothing else you need. Did you think I came to ask for help? No, I came to help you. Follow me. Orvane? How did you find a place like this? I used to live here. It turned into a mine after some geological changes. No wonder Zumama had a knack for finding all sorts of metals that I've never seen before. This is where the Big Ugly was built. It was abandoned after the girl decided to leave Akawala. Why did you bring me here? Find a way to accidentally discover this ore vein and offer it to the Padishah. Should be enough to buy a nomadic city permit. That would be a bad deal for you. The Padishah would be the first to offer his support if we build the nomadic city as a Durin brewing platform. Deep breath, deep breath. I appreciate it though. It might not be useful right now, but it could come in handy in the future. I have a question though. Please, ask. I've seen my fair share of eccentrics, but your mysteries might top them all. Why did you suddenly show up with Zumama? How did you end up living with her, and even doing all this to help her? Why? The High Priest is used to this question from Zumama, but not from others. Is it because Zumama was the first in the jungle to hold nuts and bolts in her hands? Because at heart, he is a lover of machines? Because he was lonely for so long and wanted someone interesting to talk to? When developing the Big Ugly, she said to me, "We'll make this machine together, and then you'll drive it, High Priest." That's a good story. I like it too. Then shouldn't you be helping her with the design? Can't go back on my word. Besides, it's high time she stood on her own 2 feet. Was that anger all an act? Bird and beast done. Yes or no? Of course! You have quite the mean streak in you. That's why you make a good Lord Emir. Alright, enough joking around. I really do think you should give Zumama a hand. I think they're almost ready to start. Okay. Well, if you insist, I'll go back on my word this once. She's not in? Not in her room, at least. What about Yogi and Yota? They might know something. The neighbors said they went out early. Hey, do you know where Zumama, Yogi, and Yota went? What's Zumama doing here? I remember this place. High Priest? Inam? What are you doing here? Worried about you. Why are you wearing protective gear? And the direction you came from is the ruins of Zerererza. Why did you go there? The dust disperses, and the High Priest sees what is in the carts behind Eunectus. You were picking up junk in the ruins of Zerererza? It's not junk. Look, a Durin door frame. It took a ton of work to get it out from under the rubble. And this is part of the Great Aqua Pit slide. I couldn't bring the whole thing back, so I cut off the bottom part, which had the most interesting design. That's the definition of junk! I thought you were bringing Stitch's new Zerererza design onto a mobile platform. What? Why? It's a competition. What's the point of doing what the Durins are doing? Weren't you worried that the Durins would be unhappy? I was going into the ruins of Zerererza after all. It was their home, even if it was destroyed. But I asked D-Culture, and she said I could take anything I wanted. The reason you had Yogi and Yota cut trees. I needed a decent cart to bring the stuff back. Don't tell me you weren't planning to build a nomadic city at all? How about we go back and you take your time to tell us what your plan is? There's no need for that. The High Priest just said it. I'm building a nomadic city. Really? Really? Phew, well, what do you have to say now, Inam? What do I have to say? It's not like I said anything. Forget that black-hearted Lord Emir. How do you plan to build a nomadic city? with this junk that you dug up from underground. Yeah, but that's not important. What's really important is... Model R3E3 Assistant Robot 0332 reporting in. Model R3E3 Assistant Robot 0719 reporting in. Model R3E3 Assistant Robot 0086. Point. So you went to save your friends. Not entirely. Here's what I think. The Namak City of the Tia Cow needs to be ahead of its time. It needs to be incredible. As far as design is concerned, I could never compete with Stitch. That's why I'm building a living city. My friends here, once fixed, will become the building blocks of the new city. The robots will be your city's building blocks, and then 3 friends make 1 large unit, and 5 large units make 1 huge unit. Unit after unit, until they're the size of a nomadic city. That way, you can get an answer no matter which part of the city you talk to, and the whole nomadic city will be friends with the people living inside it. Okay, where will the people live? Don't worry, I've thought about it. Here are the blueprints. I'll just look past the multitude of problems right now. Problem after problem, yet somehow it might just work. I think it'll work. First, though, you need to tell me what's going on with the shape. It's absolute madness. 1 domed roof, 3 pairs of wheels, medical equipment. A city-sized... Lancet 2?! She makes a cute big sister, doesn't she? Look at the last page of the plans. I got everything thought out. A supercomputer in the center of the city, controlling all the robot friends. I made the connector round so that Lancet 2 can sit in it. What about me? Didn't you give a single thought about me when designing this city? After all the worrying I did for your sake? You know what? Screw it. Do whatever you want. It's none of my business. I'm going on a long trip. Your room's here, High Priest. What's this? Way out in a corner? This isn't the least bit cool compared to that round supercomputer connector. And it's right next to a warehouse. That's my bedroom. You'll be right next door to me. You can come visit anytime. High Priest is at a loss for words. And Nam can no longer stifle her laughter. Well, how about it? Will you help Zumama or not? Finally, the High Priest comes to terms with his emotions and composes himself, even finding the wherewithal to give his ridiculous glasses a little pompous push. Of course I'm helping! First step will be a trip to Rhodes Island on your behalf. For what? To ask the subject of your blueprints whether the robot who won't even let you drink coffee will let you do this. Amazing. Really, truly incredible right there. Goodness. They're such an interesting duo, honestly. City-sized Lancet 2, that is quite an amusing concept. Most normal Lancet 2 fangirl. How does one person think that they can design an entire city? Going to bed? Have a nice day? Alright, Dark, thank you very much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your night. Thank you, thank you. You cannot escape the Super Lancet. I feel like that would be kind of terrifying. Like, a city that was entirely made of robots. I mean, talk about a privacy problem, right? The robots constantly knowing where you're at, able to watch, all eyes on you. Very Big Brother, if I had to guess. Honestly, like... Love the stream, have a nice stream. Thank you, Dark, I appreciate it. I really feel like that would be such an invasion of privacy. Just constant robots knowing your every move. If the robots are the buildings themselves, that is worse than Big Brother. That is like, there is nowhere to run. The whole city is watching, quite literally. I don't think I necessarily like that, to be honest. The AI city? Oh god. No, please. I'll work with Minimalist, but Eunectus, I'm not sure. We might need to have a few chats. I'm not really sure about this plan of yours. The way Mark Zuckerberg wanted. The walls have eyes? Yeah, but literally, though. Literally. But Star, think what an amazing reality show will come out. The best of the best of reality shows. No. No, thank you. That's no different from a princess cruise ship. But a cruise ship is like a 1 week temporary vacation. You don't live in it. You don't, like, have your entire life in it. And to be fair, I'm sure that, like, 99% of the reason is that people don't accidentally set their rooms on fire. Because that's very, very bad on a cruise ship. Alright. Alright. So we've got, I think we've got one more, and then we've got, themes. We've got themes as well. Oh, jeez. Time zero, goodness. Alright. Last one is Pajonka. I try to do her accent as best I can, but it is definitely the hardest one by far. So, thank you for being understanding, guys. I'm not Russian at all, so I do my best. Alright. I probably could have unlocked this myself if I had just been a little bit more aggressive with the trust. Best things come for last, A-Star. If I had had the wolf longer, then I probably could have built up the trust. But that's just a matter, that's a time thing. You're doing well with her voice? Thank you. I'm attempting as best I can. The hardest thing is when you have to switch between her and like a regular Durin. Alright. Jomka, my beautiful Lupo. Fallen ink trails. She wants to escape her black past, but it is also the only thing she can speak about. It must be sharper than any blade, colder than the harshest snowfields, and weightier than any memory. Honestly, I don't know whether I'll be able to bear the stabbing pain in my heart to pick it up. I'm not expecting to write anything with it. Perhaps more than anything, I wish for it to become the final paragraph in my collection of the days of old. Those are the details of the job, and I guarantee you I memorized the whole thing down to the letter. Really? She was mumbling toward the end there. Are you sure you didn't mishear anything? Nope. Anyway, it's been half a month. How do you even remember how quiet she was? I mean, don't you think it's weird? At first, she said she wanted a fountain pen and would be fine with whatever design we came up with. But all that stuff she said at the end, are you sure that was meant for us and not herself? Nope. Wait, hold on. It's been half a month? We still haven't started on the design? It's only been half a month. I haven't sharpened my pencils, and I was out of mead. Fair point. Okay, bottoms up. Bottoms up! Ugh, dude, what do you think she was asking for anyway? Look at her word choice. She probably meant she wants something that's good for fighting, something cold and heavy. Oh, then probably some kind of huge-ass weapon made out of metal? And we need to add something to give it a bit of a fountain pen look. Just a bit? Let's add that right here then. It'll look great. Oh, I like it. I mean, you just scribbled something on there, but this is a pretty decent blueprint. So, what is it? It looks like a crossbow? What do you think? Oh, yeah, I can see it now that you mention it. Then I can start designing the structure. I dare say this is going to be a masterpiece, even more amazing than anything you've seen in Stranger Things. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, and it better be for a surface dweller customer to walk away satisfied. Here, here, bottoms up again. Well, that's all the work we have for today. Time to celebrate.
This is the largest fluorescent mushroom in Zererertz in history. This legendary explorer Zererertz in history uncovered doesn't have much useful information. 17 updated cave maps over the years, over 3 years. Yet it doesn't go into the upheavals the city has faced or the ambitions of those in power. Perhaps I need to look for literature left behind by earlier outsiders, or learn Durish. Only then will I uncover Zererertz's true history, apart from these suspiciously cheery broken sentences. After all, my eyes do not deceive me. Everyone here is a binge drinker. Every last one! No. Now that I've escaped that place, I need to put it all behind me. Perhaps the Durans are the same. Why else would they be drowning their sorrows if not to bury the memory of some shared trauma? Until I can understand their pain, this unspoken taboo, I won't ever truly be one of them. They may act carefree, but I can tell they haven't fully accepted me. I can see the hostility behind their glances. I mean, why else would there be no updates on my fountain pen after half a month? Hello, Avodotia. Is something the matter? Oh, my apologies. Am I talking too loudly in the library? After my long, lonesome journey, it's been hard to break the habit of speaking to myself.
Look at this! What'd I tell you? They wrote about that nut ice cream eating competition we had in issue, 1201. Dude, you're holding it upside down. That's issue 15051. Besides, it's not even you in the picture. I think you're being relatively quiet, actually. Anyway, you told me earlier you were afraid of the library's robots since they looked like, military equipment. So I made sure they won't approach you. If you're looking for anything specific, just ask me directly.
Thank you. Really, all I need to know is how these books are sorted. That would help me find what I'm looking for.
How the books are sorted. I remember there being a book on that. But I don't remember where it is. Hold on, let me get a ladder.
Shouldn't the sorting system dictate where it is?
I don't remember that either. I mean, 80% of the books here aren't where they're supposed to be anyway, according to the system.
I appreciate your assistance. But I think I'll take a walk around town. I'm sure that will help me assimilate.
Avodotia, since you love hanging out at the library so much, have you considered writing for Zererertz? I'm very curious what surface dwellers like those in Stranger Things think of our Duran city.
I haven't.
Sorry, did I offend you?
It's not you, it's me. This is a problem I must face on my own. To completely rid myself of my memories of the surface, I refuse to do anything that I used to do up there.
That's a shame. So you're not hoping to be a writer? In that case, you should broaden your horizons somewhere more open.
When you leave, just put anything you pulled off the shelves wherever you want. Also, be careful when you leave through the exit. Lately, we've been getting a lot of drunk Durans racing there. Thanks for the warning. Oh, but I have one more question. What is it? How do Duran's surnames work? There aren't any rules. For example, I'm Silvermint. The chief is Earthheart. So they're all objects or concepts. To the Durans, these surnames are nothing unusual, yet I can't help but focus on the meaning behind them. I see. Thank you. An omnipresent artificial daylight. A city with no winter. How can I hide the breath of winter enveloping me? How do I avoid hurting the Duran's captious eyes? If I must abandon my entire past and take refuge under the roof of strangers to avoid banishment or betrayal, all the better. Here it is. If I remember correctly, the two craftsmen's huts is around... Huh? A big slide, but there are no stairs leading up. There's half a trampoline, but no barriers. What are these things? Excuse me, why are all these entertainment facilities left half-finished, and what are they doing here? Also, wasn't there a craftsman's shop that took commissions here? Hey, I caught another one! Caught? Where are you taking me? To the polls, of course! Oh, look how surprised you are! Have you been living under a rock? How could you have missed the street's renovation contest? We're on the third wave of submissions. And to make it easy for the voters to decide how the street will be rebuilt, they added a new rule this time. Every contestant must build part of their design, and then the spectators vote for whichever one they want to see completed the most. How's that? That got you interested, didn't it? No, not one bit. I just wanted to know where the people who used to be on this street went. Were they chased away, just like that? Or were they exiled into the caves of Duran where no daylight will ever reach? Come on, let's get voting! Oh, if this is your way of life, who am I to refuse? But look how tall I am! I literally stand out from the crowd. What will the Durans think of me if my vote ends up in the minority? Yeah, you sure are tall. That's why you're the perfect candidate for record keeper. No one here can count votes better than you. We actually had 3 record keepers picked out before you, but not one of them came today. My guess is they're all drunk. Which is why the position is open. Alright, let's go then. $20 votes for Super Alcohol Stirrer Bumper Cars. And 309 absentations. The majority didn't vote. The Duran's way of speaking is too hard to mimic. No matter how much I long to integrate into their way of life, it would seem I'm still reluctant to use a word like record keeper as my surname. Why did so many folks abstain? Looks like we're gonna have to have a 4th contest. Maybe entertainment facilities aren't popular anymore? Should we go for art sculptures as the next theme? Whatever it ends up being, my design's gonna be way more popular than yours for sure. As designers participating in this contest, surely you two must be very familiar with the street? Of course. Then, would you happen to know of a workshop run by 2 craftsmen that used to be there half a month ago? I commissioned them to make me a fountain pen, but they disappeared without a trace after they took the job. Oh. It's gotta be that place, right? Gotta be. What do you mean? They forgot about your commission. Huh? If not, they would have contacted you when their house was torn down. Relax, it's just a fountain pen. It's not like it really matters. It matters to me. Oh, you're a big fan of fountain pens? So, are you into calligraphy, or are you more into writing? Alright. Quit it with the lawn face. When we have a huge project going on, craftsmen who aren't drunk usually come help out. You'll bump into them eventually. Say, when a victor is finally crowned in this contest... Right. Speaking of the contest, I think you could give me some great ideas. Tell me, what's it like on the surface? Hey, I wanted to ask her about that. In that case, let's have a vote right now and see who she'll share her inspirations with from the surface with. Alright. Stop. Let's not. You don't want to tell us? I'll tell both of you. I just want someone to come up with a proposal that will win over every Durin, so I can look for the 2 craftsmen I commissioned as soon as possible. You were hunted? Oh, I get it! You're talking about those races where you can get in others' way. Towering walls! But there was a standoff in a narrow corridor. A big reception hall where everyone got super drunk. That's violent! Super violent! I have an idea, let's go! Do these Durins really have no idea what it means to be hunted? Or poisoned? And hold on. I just told them all those hideous truths. Inside our heart, there is nothing but towering stone walls that block out the cold wind, a corridor adorned with paintings, and a long table with nothing but hot food and fine wine on top. The moment she begins this sentence, she must continue her account and write about the walls that came crumbling down, the kind, tender faces in the painting that burnt away in the flames, and the blood-red wine staining the white tablecloth. I've spilled the wine. Now that they've been exposed to the idea of evil, they can no longer be rid of it. Right now, all I can do is stop them from spreading my story throughout Zeretsa. How come I've never thought of this before? We could have held all our contests this way. Right, now we can really battle it out with each other. This is the Super Water Cannon Battle. Look here, I'll put water guns at every window, guaranteed to blast whatever you end up building on the other side of the street. But if only one of us gets her design chosen, we won't get our showdown, no? You're right. That's why we gotta team up and join the 4th contest together. Great idea.
You want to advertise our brand new mead? Who are you?
I'm a lover of fine drinks.
Oh, you love our mead? You got great taste, lady.
Since I arrived, I've seen many a Durin have this drink, and a single cup is usually enough to knock them out. My guess is it's very strong.
You know your stuff. Even I can get drunk for days on end with just 2 cups of this.
I imagine you're using an awfully large cup then. But that's wonderful. Let's delay no further and head out with the mead. If I treat those 2 designers to mead as a promotion, not only will they harbor no suspicions, they'll drink until they're absolutely inebriated. To keep them from spreading my story around, I just need the 2 of them to sleep past the deadline. They might even forget about it completely.
Alright then, let's share a toast to making this promotion a success.
Hold on. I've never had any alcohol before. After all those sharp gazes I've had to endure, I wouldn't dare drink or let myself fall asleep in the middle of the day. No, I mean, I need to stay sober for work. Why don't we have this drink later, tonight? I'll be off now. Hello, you 2. Would you like to try some... Here, here! Well said, Master Finch. They don't seem interested. Amazing! The construct's contours are elegant and simple. There are absolutely no space wasted on any unnecessary surfaces. And he's right. With this design, the commercial district will have somewhat different lighting than our normal direct artificial sunlight. With this kind of lighting, some products will look even more attractive. I can't wait to see Finch's genius designs brought to life. And that's even though we were gonna turn that place into an entertainment facility. In that case, may all those who agree on this proposal raise their hands. So many. Even at a glance, I can tell the majority are in favor. But didn't that designer used to always complain on stage about the way the Durns live? Well, that's our design down the drain. Finch has got a point, though. Over a quarter of the area in Zererza is already used for entertainment facilities. Oh, hey, tall girl. Didn't see you there. Did you catch Finch's speech? Yes, part of it. I also happened to hear that you've abandoned the design you were working on. That aroma! Fresh mead, no doubt about it. Since we've already broken the ice, might as well help ourselves. You don't have the slightest idea what he meant when he said you must live your lives with restraint, do you? Well, this isn't so bad either. Make way, make ending truck just for us, we're testing out its capabilities now! Faster, faster! Make a quick turn around that pillar up ahead! You sure we have room to make a turn? We'll make this a crash test then! Seems safe enough. Maybe because we didn't have anything in the back. Hello? I've been waiting for you ever since work on this street started. Huh? You seem somewhat familiar. Hey, do you remember who this is? What? You say something? I mean, we're already lying here on the ground. I think maybe we should take a little nap first. Let me remind you then. I know this girl who commissioned 2 craftsmen on the street to make me a Durin-style fountain pen. She had books in her bag and the words of her homeland in her head, but she's unwilling to touch any of them again. Whenever she lifts her pen, she's reminded of the snow-drenched cloak she wore, and begins writing letters that will never be sent. Why won't they get sent? Did the railway to the next city break down or something? Sorry, I digress. Anyway, she just wanted something as a token, to mark her sealing away of those bygone days, after which she can finally become... What would she become? A scribe? She wouldn't be completely saying goodbye to her past, then. So does she want this fountain pen or not? Never mind. In this story, we'll let her become a mead salesperson. Then she'll drink merrily along with everyone else, and the smell of alcohol will reach every corner of the artificial lake. Oh, I like how the story turns out. I love it! It's a good thing we didn't have anything in the back of the truck. That said, I did put 2 barrels of mead in there. What? You brought mead? You should have said so. I would have stood up much sooner. Come, cheers! I'll have a cup too, thanks. Actually, about 20 days ago, I commissioned you two to make me a fountain pen. So, may I ask where it is? Oh, it's you! Now I remember. We finished it all right, but we forgot who gave us the commission. Hold on, a fountain pen? I don't think we made a fountain pen. Technically, part of it is a fountain pen. But long story short, we made a crossbow. A crossbow? Why would I want a weapon? Well, I forgot who you were, but I still remember what you told us. Your description was too vivid. I had no idea why someone would want to stab their heart with a pen, but I felt like a crossbow bolt right through the heart. Do you think you could make me an actual fountain pen this time? Also, I'd like a typewriter too. Avdotia, you're back! Right, I want to look for magazines popular among the Durans, to see what kind of advertising copy draws their attention. I'm pretty sure you can find those on the bookshelves right by the door. I mean, lots of people flip through them every day. Many thanks. Right, Avdotia. Have I seen your name somewhere recently? Yes, I gave myself a Duran-style surname to make it easier to send in submissions. Which has to mean I saw your name in a recent magazine. And I thought you didn't want to write anymore. There were 2 Durans who made me a collectible that's even more suited for stealing away my past. As for the fountain pen and typewriter, there's no harm in continuing to use them. Oh, I found it! Avdotia. Razor pen. I must keep writing. After all, I know I can't truly leave it behind me. Alright. That's how she got her weapon. Yes, apparently so. And that's why you can deploy her typewriter in combat. That is also a crossbow. So, how did she... Okay, so... Her Duran name, she chose... So she... Bleh. Her given name is Avdotia. Her Duran name is Avdotia Razorpen. How'd she end up picking, Pozhomka? How did we get there? So many names, so hard to keep up with. I feel like if she was... I feel like she would have just picked Razorpen as her code name. Atike? Fair enough, fair enough. Want me to look up what Pozhomka means? Doctor told her to pick a name. She picked Posey, I guess. No clue? I'm surprised. There's like such a mystery to it. Some people just get an operator name just because. She already had another name that... She's dealing with 3 names now. Means land in Slovenian. Interesting. So, IDK. Alright then, interesting. Alright. Let me think here. Webcomic, themes. Alright. Let me try to, why don't we wrap things up with the themes? And then we can, let me see here. This is everything we got here? I think that we can, yeah. Let's end the stream with themes, and then Thursday we can work with Angelina's operator record and comic and everything. Apparently Avdotia is a I'm sorry, I don't know how to say that. Dostoevsky reference, so now she's one of my favorite characters. Goodness. And I remember you being so disappointed before. Joking. Why is Lapland Lapland? Pretty weird name for a Syracusan/Italian. True. You said his name right? Okay. It's hard. Alright, let me try to set up, let me see if I can set up themes here. Make sure we do this in the right order, too.
have to make sure I'm grabbing the right ones, too. Ah. Alright, are we good? What? I'm trying to... Where's the third one I'm looking for? All right. Trying to make sure I have these in the right order too. Okay, I think I got it. Pozomka means drifting snow. Wait. Were you just saying that it was... Hang on. It's a little bit different than... Maybe it's like drifting between places that you're from? I love the headcanon that Lapland was a nickname. She straight up forgot her birthday. Jeez, okay. Alright. I think if I understand correctly, yeah, like not settled, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Yeah, exactly. I'm just trying to think about like Thursday. Okay, we would do the op record, comic, themes. Okay. And then probably some fashion stuff. And then we should be good to go for... Yeah, we'll be ready for the next event. I'm excited. Okay. Let's see if I can get this set up here. As much as I really like this theme. Huh? Is Twitch chat broken? Twitch messages aren't showing up on the stream overlay. Oh, I just thought that people weren't chatting. Did Twitch die? Hang on. Yay! You guys! You guys are terrible. Yeah, I don't know why the Twitch side isn't working. Did the Twitch die? Wait, did it actually though? I didn't even check. Did it die? Everyone's celebrating. You guys are terrible, you know that? Free mead for everyone. Daho, are you paying? I just realized there hasn't been a message on Twitch in an hour. Did the Twitch stream die? My god, you guys, you're so ruthless. Twitch was banished to the Shadow Realm. Oh my god, I feel terrible, guys. I feel terrible. I don't even have it up here. Wait, did Twitch actually die? I feel bad. Hang on a sec. I guess that was what that weird audio spike indicated. Oh dear. We finally locked them in the depths. Wait, why isn't it even... Oh no. It's not even loading. Why is it not even loading? The evil was banished from this world. You guys are horrible. Guys, Twitch won't even load for me right now. The Twitch stream is live, but none of the messages are going through. Okay, thank you, Cerulean. That's what I really needed to check. The main thing is I needed to know if the actual stream itself was still running. And for some reason, the page won't even load for me, so I can't tell. Thank you, Cerulean. I appreciate it. Maybe they just realized it's better on YouTube. I mean, Twitch side is always welcome to come to the YouTube side, you guys, right? Like, you'll welcome them, right? As long as we're still, like, alive. I don't know why the chat's not working. I apologize for that. I'm not sure why it's not going through. That is strange. Stream is fine, can talk in chat, but not showing up on the overlay. I'm not receiving any of the messages. That is definitely strange. Can I refresh this? Wait, maybe... Hang on. No, it says it's connected. I have no idea why it's not showing up. I apologize, Twitch side. We will welcome them, but they must renounce their evil ways and sin no more. They have to swear an oath of loyalty first. I'm sorry, Twitch side. I can't see a single thing you're saying. I can't even load Twitch. Twitch itself won't load. The messages won't load. I'm glad that I'm still alive and can talk to you, but I'm sorry. It's a one-way call, apparently. It's a one-way communication. I apologize. You're gonna make them pay in cheese? Okay, then. Goodness. Today shall be known as Victory Day. You guys are awful, you know that. Peace has been achieved. My gosh. Alright. Guys! You don't need to celebrate this. Alright. Let's wrap up with some themes, okay? Alright. You goofs. You absolute goofs. Here, I really love this theme, but we'll mute the theme here. And then we will, we'll start playing the other themes from the operators, okay? So we can see, Gavial, Eunectuses, and, Pozomkas. Hello, Fire and Ice. Sorry, Twitch is broken. I'm sorry, too. Alright. Settle down, crazy bunnies. Here we go. We'll mute this one as much as I do really like the theme. We'll see if we can get VLC working here. And please appear correctly. That would be great if you do. Alright. First up is Gavial's theme, All Hail Savior. Oh. Okay then. Dang, it's really punchy.
Do you remember back then, the days of Midas Ride? The days of picture than the simplest of times. Those days are far behind us. All we know now is pain, but I'll defend us till the end of our days. Tide is rise till we crystallize. Let me take one more life.
Dang. Gabrielle is so cool. Goodness. Gabrielle is... Oh, man. Gabrielle's really cool. Gabrielle's really fun. I like Gabrielle a lot. I really did not, like, know how I would feel about her, but she's really cool. Huh? Wait, did YouTube go down too? Wait, did YouTube go down? Are we okay? Is it, hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Welcome, hello? Is everything good? I can see your messages. Is everything okay? Everything's fine? Okay. I just checked the stream and people were saying YouTube froze. I didn't know what you guys meant that YouTube froze. We're fine? We're good? Stream is fine? I can see you guys, yeah. Everything's okay? Alright. It says that I dropped, like, a lot of frames, so I was worried. One guide. It says I dropped, like, 48,000 frames, so I didn't know if it was freaking out. Only for a short bit. Gabrielle's too powerful. Oh, goodness. Alright. I guess the next one here is, Eunectus's theme. It's all okay now? Just a small hiccup in the middle of the song. Ah, shame. Alright. It's been freezing a bit, but I didn't know if that was my internet, happens sometimes on YouTube while working, or you. It seems like it was me. Hopefully it has not been super bad in the way disturbing. Not unusual for a handful of viewers to just get a few seconds or a minute of stutters. Usually means reloading or something. The thing is, like, on my side, it says that we dropped frames. It says we're still dropping frames, but hopefully we're okay. Everyone thought it was their internet. Hopefully it wasn't super invasive. My thing is it might just... I don't know if it's going to appear on the VOD, that's the other thing. Oh well. I don't know if it appears in the replay as a problem. But, oh well, nothing we can do about it. Anyway, we'll move on to Eunectus's theme, okay? We'll see how Eunectus's theme goes. If in doubt, blame YouTube. Fair enough. Alright. That was odd? What? What now? What was odd? Is everything okay? I'll be real, nothing comes to mind with Uni's theme. Okay, well, we'll just see it anyway. Hopefully this works. Evolutionary mechanization. Alright. Interesting, okay. Snick. Indeed, Snick. Is she just, like, chilling in the branches? Well, as long as she's comfortable. I just feel like that's a lot of heavy equipment to try to be, like, holding up. Oh, I just realized her icon is there too. That's interesting. Strawn's neck. It's a nice, fun theme to work to. Pretty sure they use this in the live streams. I can see that. I can see that. These are things that we can now add to the playlist. Add to the work playlist. Every time I see one of these, I just really want to make my own someday. The Live 2D is simple enough. That's fun. That's a fun one. I like that one, that's fun. This is one of the characters won back on my old account, and never got. And also can't get on my new account. Oh no. Good use of vocals on this one. It helps add a subtle layer to the song without drowning out the instruments. Yeah. I use her to keep bosses busy. Yeah, Arcu, I can imagine she's probably one of your favorites, right? Also, hey, can somebody, because I think Treon stepped in just as we finished up Gavial's, can somebody link Gavial's theme in media, if someone gets a chance? Because I feel like Treon would really like Gavial's theme. And I think he just missed it. So if someone could do that, I would really appreciate it. Thank you. Non-lyrical music is not really my thing, unless it's orchestral. I can understand that. I love orchestral. I will always listen to orchestral. Alright. We have one more, and I know what this already sounds like because it is something that we have in our regular playlist, but I didn't get to like actually visually see what it was. So I still am curious to see how it comes together, I guess. But this one is Pajomka's theme, and this one is Undertopia, which makes so much more sense now, because for some reason, the title had like an oceany feeling to me, but Undertopia now makes way more sense as a title, now that we've gone through Ideal City, so let's see how hers sounds. Or, let's see how hers looks, let's say. Oh, I haven't heard the lyrics! Wait, I didn't realize I was listening to a non-lyric version.
Through the thunder on the wind, baby will fall in a spin. To run away from here. Run away from here. And you fight back through the rain, a struggle, hide the pain. Run, you never been where it's safe to start again. Run, it's not so far. Run from where we are. It's a promise, cross the moors, hunting what you know is yours. Run, it's yours to make. Run, it's yours to break. Strength is the nothing you left there. Carry the sun on your back, start again. Little pup, your head is in the sand. Your paths are strong, you stand. Clawing through your chains are broken. Free is where your confidence is crowned. A queen of hills renowned. Nothing here can keep your heart in a tiny cage. If this was forever, you'd sever the tether. So cherish the wilds and explore. From forest to ocean, our plan is in motion, becoming who we really are. We rule through broken hearts. Little pup, your head is in the sand. Your paths are strong, you stand. Clawing through your chains are broken. Free is where your confidence is crowned. A queen of hills renowned. Nothing here can keep your heart in a tiny cage. Nothing here.
Oh my gosh. I didn't realize there was a lyric version. I didn't realize there was a lyric version to what we had just been like casually listening to as instrumental. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Gee, I wonder if Star liked it. Oh my gosh, I love this wolf. Absolutely beautiful. She is gorgeous, the singing is gorgeous, the lyrics are amazing. Posey's theme being very lyric focused sort of fits her being a righty too. Yeah, true. Moonlist is the artist credit. They're really good. They're really nice. Starlight's Pajamka build. I told you that I was like interested in Pajamka before I started, right? That there was like a piece of fan art that immediately captivated me. Admittedly, I did think that she was a fox, so she doesn't fit for Volpo Knights, unfortunately. But she is a beautiful, beautiful wolf. I think Star liked it, but I'm not sure. That is really nice. I'm really glad that we got to, like, wrap up with that, because that's probably my favorite theme that we've listened to so far. Totally not biased at all, but it's really nice. It's also just, like, even without knowing the character, that is also a very beautifully done song in general, so. Yeah, it's really good. Also, I feel like they had, like, really beautiful live 2D with the ribbons and everything. Zero bias whatsoever. Yeah, exactly. Zero bias whatsoever. She's so gorgeous, though. I love her. I think Gavial is so fun, and then Pajamka is just so gentle and calm, and it's a great, it's like, there's so much variety in every character, and I just, it makes me really happy. I love getting to know all of the operators better. It just makes me really happy. You know, always cheat and put her into Volpo Knights. Who's gonna stop you? She's Lupo. Anyway. Alright. I think that we have
in the best way, probably, like, wrapped up everything. I think we're done with Ideal City. I was worried with how many operator records there were, but this is good. And then Thursday, we will do everything with Angelina, and I believe we have a webcomic, which should be, if fun, that should be very interesting. So Thursday is going to be webcomic and operator records, and then we'll probably do a little bit of fashion segments as well. If we still have extra time, then I can always go and work on sketches. But with that being said, goodbye, Ideal City. Maybe you would have survived if you would have... My gosh. Alright. I think this is where we will part ways for the night. So thank you very much for stopping by. We went with a semi-long stream as well, but it's okay. It was worth it. I'm somehow not dying with a voice, but it's all good. Thank you very much, everybody. I wish you all the best. Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night, wherever you may be in the world or the many, many worlds beyond. And well, thank you so much. I'll see you Thursday.